I don't know. I can't comment on something you don't know.
What's your sentiment, though?
Don't have one. Don't have one.
You don't care which league you're in.
We're getting ready to play this fall. We got an ACC schedule we got to win. We got a couple big non-conference teams we got to win. We got an ACC championship we got to win. That's our focus and what I'm concentrating on.
You heard anything no different since last night?
No, there is nothing. No one's talked to me. There's no proposal or anything that I am aware of at all.
And it wouldn't happen without you being there, right?
You have to ask the president Booster, yeah.
Could you see yourselves in the SEC?
We're in the ACC and happy to be in the ACC.
Coach, do you have any comment on Texas A&M all but going to the SEC at this point?
I got enough problem worrying about practice. I ain't worried about Texas A&M. We're trying to get better and get ready to play ULM.
Your sentiments seem like carry an awful lot of weight to what this school does going forward as far as the conference and all.
We're getting ready to play an ACC schedule. Play ULM when we start. Play 3 non-conference games and get down the schedule.
What did you like out here today, Coach, in the morning?
Inconsistent today. I wasn't as pleased. I mean, we did some good things, but not as much consistency as yesterday. The focus wasn't there as much, I think. Drifted, and that scared me. And by some veterans on both sides of the ball. And that can't happen. I mean, we got to fix it. We can't allow that to happen.
Can you talk about moving to 2 days now, about the difference between going from that 1 day now to the morning and night?
There's so few of them. I think they're inconsequential. I really do. I mean, there's so few 2-a-days. I mean, and the time. I mean, it's just a little bit earlier. But if we can't handle that adversity, Lord Almighty, when the schedule comes.
Jimbo, what have been your impressions of Nickel Larry been?
Good so far. Learning, picking things up, getting better. Makes mistakes, but learns from them. Very instinctive. And he has a potential if he keeps working and buying into what we're doing, which he does. I think he has a chance to be a good football.
What about being in the mix this year?
It's too early to tell that. We'll see. I mean, we got plenty of time to judge that, but he just got to keep working and practicing. And one thing's apparent when he plays, he likes playing. I mean, he really likes being out here playing football.
Coach Moses McCray has been through a lot through his rehab and everything. Just talk about how he's coming along.
Okay, hadn't gotten in much team stuff. More individual working him into it, and he's progressing okay, but hadn't gotten a lot of things yet.
Is it tough because he's been out of it for so long?
Well, that, and I think that the body, we still have to bring it back. Hadn't done anything in a while. You have to be very cautious of, don't want to hurry him back into something he's not ready for.
Are you guys getting a little alarmed about Jermaine Thomas' situation?
No. 5 backs.
No? Yeah, well, as far as he's concerned.
Yeah, I mean, I want him to do well, and but the other guys are doing well, and he'll be back when he's healthy. Jermaine's a tough guy. He'll when it's time, he'll know, and the trainers will let him know.
You can alternate Chris Thompson in terms of how much time you give him.
Well, it's day by day. It's about how you feel. If he feels good, we'll go. If he starts to do some things, I think he did about 3/4 of the day today.
When you say 5, you include the 2 freshmen.
Oh yeah, they're all on scholarship. Hey, you play. The best players play. Best players play.
How did Chris look at him? Just come back?
Good. I liked him. I like what he was out there, and you see a little rust. You know what I'm saying? But when he gets going, gets in the flow of practice, he seems to be doing pretty good.
Haven't asked about EJ in a couple days. Is he
solid? We got down the red zone today. We got to play better around him, and he's got to pull the trigger a little. Things happen a little faster and quicker on his first day down there. We got to polish some things up route-wise and him timing-wise. But till not that he was bad today. It was just it's hard down there. When you first get in that red zone, tight zone, it's a different animal. You know what I mean? For quarterbacks and receivers, for everybody. And it takes a day or two to get acclimated to that. But the other day's been very good. Been very good. And I've been pleased with Clint. I thought Clint's played well. I've been very pleased with Clint's progress.
Nick, I assume is he a guy who can help with special teams?
Who's that?
Larry.
I would think. I mean, we'll wait and see. He's a big body, athletic, and play in space. We got a lot of those guys, but I think Nick, he's repping on a lot of special teams.
The only one I asked you about is Jeff Locke that had the knee injury.
I've been pleased with Jeff right now. Playing probably as good as he's been since he's played. Been here at FSU, and has a sense of urgency about getting out there and playing. And I say that last year, you guys are freshmen. I mean, they're urgency, but they still don't know they don't know sometimes. I mean, some do, some don't. And he did some good things. Played special teams last year and got some reps. But very pleased with his progress so far, especially being out the whole spring. I mean, he has come in, and I've noticed him. You feel him. You know what I'm saying? Doing some good things.
Is he still at will?
Yes.
Coach, the NFL is all about legislated 2 days out of the game entirely. Mm-hmm. Could you see college football doing the same thing, just the nature of the beast these days?
We already have. I mean, you're only going 3 or 4. We have more this year. I think we got 5. That's because we're starting school late. But we usually had 3. Usually when it starts normally, like 22nd, 23rd, we usually only have 3 or 4 when you're regulated in that way. So basically, it's almost out of college football anyway.
Is that something you would fight to keep if given the opportunity?
Nah, not necessarily. I mean, I can see if you get the same number of practices, we still get to be able to do the same number of practices. I mean, I can manage. There is some toughness to it. I like that part of it from the football end of it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But these kids, what people don't understand, they say, well, 2 days, we used to do them that way 40 years ago. But you didn't train 40 years ago, a year round 40 years ago. Kids went home all summer. They come and had to have 2 days was get in shape. You know, these kids are training year round and for what's going on. And they don't have the off time athletes had many years ago. I think that's the big difference for 2 days.
Last year around this time, you weren't so pleased with the consistency of the receivers.
I've been getting much better. I have not. I mean, we've had some things we got to work out, but I think they're progressing nicely. And a lot of these young guys and the old guys, and been some really good things. Really have. Really, I am not disappointed in them one bit. I mean, you always push for great plays and great catches. Those guys out there, that's what can change football games. I mean, those guys in space that make that phenomenal one, and they're starting to do some of those, and so I'm always going to push it, because those guys out there, when you get those special ones, they change everything. They change the whole dynamic of the game.
Do you anticipate being more vertical this year?
Hope so. But that has a lot to do with protection, too. So you got to remember now, I mean, we had so many line problems last year. You can say throw it down the field. Well, you got 2 things. We're going to get them all out where you can't protect sometimes. And then if you bunch them all in and block everybody, well, then they double everybody. So, I mean, there's issues of how you got to get it down the field. But we'd like to create more big plays. And as we solidify our line and get protection better, and hopefully we can get better.
On the line, is Spurlock getting any contact then?
No. I mean, he's individual drills, not in team yet, not in team. And that was all designed, and we knew that going in, and that was all part of exactly where we're going to be. That was already from the doctor's perspective and everything. That's been planned out for a long time.
Coming back, speculation on these possible conference realignments. Is it a distraction for coaches and/or players, or is it good, and is it good for college football coming up at this time of the year?
I have no idea. I mean, I don't pay attention to it. Y'all, the news I get from it's when y'all talk to me. Honestly, you've brought me every bit of news I've heard on it.
What about if college football to force, which everybody believes it, force 16-team super conferences? Would it make a difference, do you think? Would it be good or bad for college football, no matter who's in the conference?
I have no idea. I am. That's for those brain surgeons up above me to figure out. I don't know. I have no idea.
How many years you have total, Jimbo, as an assistant in the SEC, though? You got a long time in that league.
How many years was I in the league? 13.
Anything else?